It has been identified. We have identified this person, piece of garbage, that got these young kids killed. It's very disgusting. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. But here is the person, right? Just doing some research, just finding out what's going on around the world. And so here you go. The shooter's name is Samantha Rupnow, or Rupnow. Check out the Twitter account, Postal Brained. And it says her Discord is apparently brained out. This is disturbing. The trans thing is obviously from the comments. Her friends are supporting her in the comments on her page. I'm sorry this happened, and I hope this never happens again. But unless we address the mental illness, it may. And it's Samantha Rupnow school shooter hashtag. For some reason, it doesn't come up. Right? But let's go back. Crazy, right? Right? Here's the person at the range here. It's wild, man. Person at the range, another transgender. This is their video here. Look, hey man, I don't have a lot of time, so I'll get it. Okay. Right? Don't want to play too much of that, but you know, the Patriots Prayer Network posted that. Right? Again, this is the alleged shooter. People are covering this. Let's see what else we have here. So they had a manifesto, and you can't get access to the manifesto. Replying to Posted Brain, right? They had a manifesto, but they left with no, like, there's no access. You can't get to it, right? So I don't know. Maybe the government will be able to get into it. Look at the shooter's following list. So here's the shooter's following list here. I don't know who these people are. I don't know who these people are. Right? So I don't know who these people are. I don't think it's important. So again, 10 minutes ago, reports are coming in that the Abundant Life Christian School shooter was a 17-year-old trans, but identified as male. The X profile has been identified as Postal Brain, and it has a cover picture of a Christian church on fire. So this is, you know, I guess speculation, but yeah. So, you know, people don't care. Hey, you don't have to care. That's fine. I'm just going to keep trucking along as I do every day. Turan, what's going on? I see you pop in there and populate in there. What's up, man? Yep. So, yeah, man, it's pretty crazy, disturbing stuff. Moving on down, they're saying, it says some reports this profile is the school shooter. The PFP, some of this, is of some Russian from 2017. The manifesto link is useless. Might be a troll. Maybe. Okay. Samantha Rupnow is said to be the shooter at Abundant Life Christian School. X account, Postal Brain, and Discord is apparently brained out. This is disturbing. His friends are supporting them in the comments on their page. Okay, so yeah. So anyway, I don't want to put too much gory shit and stuff like that. That's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, so let's get this off here. And it's crazy what's going on. But hey, they say I don't care. You don't have to, man. I'm not expecting for people to care once they start to realize it. Yep. Just keep doing the same thing, trying to get a different result. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here. So I have to pull up some of this stuff here. So a lot of people are posting this here. I'm just trying to get the church here. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to share my screen here and get you guys some of the stuff going on right now down on the ground until we can find out a little bit more information. All right, here we go. But another alleged trans shooter.
Let me say just before I go, because the mayor mentioned that this was a whole of government response.
Say half a mile east of the school. Again, the Dean Clinic behind me. I'm going to let photojournalist Chris Hallbaker get a zoom into the parents over there at the reunification center. Again, we don't know much other information, but this is the center. We have media staging just across the street, so we're watching it. We are watching it play out. I just got word from the city that the Madison police chief will be meeting us here in about 10 minutes with hopefully some more information to speak a little bit more to what's going on here so we can get more information and send it back to you guys. But for now, that's what we have, and I'll continue to keep you updated.
We got to move on a little bit. So you got some media.
He cannot say if they were students, teachers, staff. He wasn't able to.
Hold on, let me do a little bit of background research here. Okay, so we got to move ahead a little bit. So again, this is the Abundant Christian School here, which is crazy, man.
That over there is Stoughton Grove. So it looks
Crazy.
like redirecting people who could be.
This is like the 4th or 5th that I've covered now, which is insane in itself. But I don't understand. Anyway, here he is here. They gotta come out here and do their speaking here.
Can you all back there shut these blackout
If you want to open those, that'd actually be more helpful for us.
It might get the light to come back on if we...
Is everyone in agreement that that light's better than these lights? Yeah, if we
Okay.
can have the windows
Yep.
instead of those lights, that'd be great.
Set it up however you think.
There was lights on over here. I think he was trying to say it comes on naturally.
Yeah, I said if it's dark and the lights come on, but I don't want to red lights.
I'm so sorry. I know it's really. Yeah.
Know as well, we're streaming right now on our digital platforms at about 2:30 or whenever this press conference begins. We are going to bring in our Channel 9 audience.
Yeah, so they've reported on this.
That
Okay, let's stop this here, and I'm going to show you what we got on Facebook here. Let's go. All right, so this is News Clock here. All right, update: Samantha Rupnow identified as shooter at Abundant Life Christian School. So that's what we got here. Shooting at Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin, leaves 3 dead and multiple injured. Wild, man. But again, this is like the 3rd and 4th story I'm covering. It's like still going on. Still going on. Still going on. Anyway, let's keep going.
Go through this scene so that we can piece together what exactly happened. Again, there'll be another briefing in about 2 hours, and if I have additional information, I will certainly let you know what that information is. Again, around 10:57 a.m., officers responded to an active shooter. They responded per our protocol. They found the person who they believe was responsible, who was down, deceased. We know that it's juvenile. We know that there are other persons who have lost their lives. We know that we've transported about 7 people after giving them life-saving measures. It's important to notice, too, that about 3 miles from here is our training center. Today, our special event team medics were in training. And so they got to practice in real time. They left the training center immediately and came down here and doing in real time what they were actually practicing for. And that's why training is so important, and making sure that we can provide the best possible training and the best possible response for our community members. I'm asking everyone to send your heartfelt wishes and prayers and thoughts yet again to a community, but this time it's my community. Dylan?
Yeah, who can we start over here with
Sure.
questions?
Chief, you mentioned you're a father, you're the police chief here in Madison. What emotions are you feeling right now after going through all that?
To be honest with you, I'm feeling a little dismayed now. I'm so close to Christmas. Every child, every person in that building is a victim and will be a victim forever. And these types of trauma don't just go away. And we need to figure out and try to piece together what exactly happened. And right now, my heart is heavy for my community. My heart is heavy for Madison, and we have to come together as a community and figure out what happened here and make sure that it doesn't happen in any other place that should be a refuge for students in our community.
You're right there.
What sort of gun-related policies, if any, were in place at the school, and did the school have metal detectors?
I'm not aware that the school had metal detectors, nor should schools have metal detectors. It's a school, it's a safe space. So I don't know. Again, it is a private Christian school. It is not under the authority of MMSDs, and that is something that we'll have to look into.
Chief, of the 7 victims, how many are students? How many are teachers?
I'm not going to give any information about who the victims are, whether they're students, staff, or parents, because we need to make sure that we can notify people. I think that's the most important thing before we go any further.
But police they never fired their weapons.
That is correct.
Correct.
Let's follow
I don't know if it's a male or a female, but the police department did not fire their weapons. Thank you.
Scott,
Are there 3 fatalities you mentioned, including the suspected shooter?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
So 3 total.
That's correct.
All right, I have some more stuff here. They have some screenshots of some weirdo stuff here. I mean, I don't know. This is just, I'm just going to put this up here. This is from their Discord here. Right? This is a few pages from their Discord. And they're saying like that's the person with the gun. So I don't know. But it's not looking too good here. Not looking too good here. All right, not looking too good. You know, my condolences goes out to the families of the victims, of course. And I hope they get justice in this case. I mean, this person took the coward way out like most of these weak pieces of garbage do, because weak men create hard times. But anyway, here's a part of the manifesto here. I'm going to put this up on the screen. I'm not going to read it because there's no point. I don't want that, that stuff in my spirit and in my soul. So I'm not going to read it. But there is part of it. That's what they say, alleged. And then Badass American said, wonder if he wrote a manifesto and is the shooter still alive? The shooter is deceased, from what I understand. But there's part of the manifesto there, okay? So you guys can screenshot that and do what you do with that. There's my video there. I got 617 and a like here, so appreciate it. Purported image of, okay, here it is, right? Here's another person. Purported image of and partial manifesto of the Abundant Life Christian School, Madison, Wisconsin shooter. Her alleged name is Samantha Rupnow. Samantha Rupnow. And then, it's a funny meme. So this person was on Discord, man, and I'm just waiting for more information to come out. More information to come out. Okay? Yeah, we're just waiting for more info to come out here. So just be patient. You said, wow, he's racist too? Who's that? Oh, the alleged shooter? Possibly. But we got to wait until a little bit more information come out. So let's speed this up. Let's see what he said.
Madison Police Department. I'll be providing a brief update of the school shooting that we had today in Madison. There is some information that we're not going to release because it's still an ever-evolving situation. You'll hear from some of our representatives from our city and from our county. And behind me are a lot of people who came together today to make sure that the day ended well and that everyone else was safe. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and start my remarks. Today truly is a sad day for Madison and for our country. It is a day that I believe will live in our collective minds for a very, very long time. Here are the details. Today at 10:57 a.m., our team was called to the Abundant Life.
Okay, so number one, we already know that there's an attack on Christianity. There's an attack on the civil society that we all live in. We already understand that. If you're awakened to what the attacks are, then, oh yeah, the shooter is racist, 100%. So you have to understand we're being attacked within and from without, or from within all the way, like from without and within. We're being attacked. So they don't want you to have Christian values and all that stuff. Now I got this thing here. I'm going to share my screen and go through this part here. So they're saying this person was they said they found an extract here, right? Found an extract from her manifesto that's currently locked. Apparently, she was a radical feminist who was a fan of RFH and not exactly proficient in the English language. And then that's what I posted there, and it shows the person there, right? So again, I'm just still doing some research in the background to figure out where we are and what's going on here. But it's sad, man. This is just going to continue.
Christian school.
Didn't want this to happen.
Active shooter.
I mean, Christmas is almost coming. Christmas is like a week away.
We know that 3 people are dead, including the suspect shooter.
And this is what we're
talking about. We know that the suspect shooter was a teenage student who attended the school. At this time, we're not releasing the age or gender of the student or any other identifying remarks about the student.
You don't have to. We already did it. I just did it on my channel, sir. I just did it on my channel. Like right now, we just did it. It's all
2
good.
other people have died. That died were a teacher and a teenage student. 6 other people were injured. 2 students are now in critical condition in the hospital, and these injuries are considered life-threatening injuries. 4 students are also at other area hospitals with non-life-threatening injuries. But these are just the physical injuries that we know about. We know that this was the middle of the day of a school day, and so there will be other injuries that we'll have to face for a very, very long time. And we're going to do everything we can as a community to heal those injuries as well. Many of you have asked me about the why of this. Why did this happen? What do we know? What was the motivation? I do not know. But I will tell you this, our detectives are working hard in the investigative process to find out as many answers as we can so that we can further prevent these things from happening, not only in this community, but in other communities around our country. I think we can all agree that enough is enough, and we have to come together to do everything we can to support our students, to prevent press conferences like these from happening again and again and again. The school building itself is clear.
Nightmare, man. It's a never-ending nightmare, man. In America and Canada, Western civilization. Basically.
Cleared the school. There's no other threats or danger to the community. We're in the process now of what we call reunification. And what that simply means is making sure that every student that was in the school is present and accounted for and returned to their loved ones. This usually takes a while, but we have practiced, unfortunately, and practice, and that's why we're able to reunify students with their parents within hours of a school shooting. The reunification is taking place at the Dean Clinic on Stoughton Road, and I certainly thank them for their help. Again, we need our public to find an alternate route. If that is your normal way home as we get closer to the end of the day, please be patient or find another route home. We're currently processing the scene. We're interviewing those who may have been witnesses, and we're obtaining search warrants to get additional information. And lastly, I want to just say thank you to everyone who's standing behind me, the organizations and agencies that they represent, the men and women of the Madison Police Department and Dane County Sheriff's Office who selflessly ran into a building not knowing what they were going to encounter. Many of you know this about me, but I started my professional career, if you will, as a public school teacher back in 1997. And I taught public school for 4 years. It was one of the greatest joys of my life before becoming a police officer. And I can tell you what a special place our schools are. With that being said, we owe it to our community to do everything possible to ensure that it's not only a special place, but a safe place as well. And we're going to continue to do that. So we ask for your patience as information is coming in. We will do the best that we can to bring you accurate and timely information, but we want to make sure that our public knows that we're working extremely hard on this particular incident. There are a lot of people involved, and certainly we're going to come together as a community. I'd like to bring up at this time Police Fire Chief Chris Carter.
Thank you, Chief Barnes. Before I start, the only thing I can say is this is not a place that any fire chief or any one of us would ever want to be, and I can't believe I'm standing here today talking about this incident. The fire department is a part of this community, much like all the folks standing up here with me today. Our hearts are with and our arms are around everybody impacted today and everybody within our community. With that, I won't repeat the details shared by Chief Barnes, but I will share with you the fire department activity for today. Much like Chief Barnes mentioned, at 10:57, we were also dispatched with Engine 5 and Medic 5 to the same location. Throughout the course of the incident, we responded with 5 engine companies, 4 ladder companies, 15 ambulances. I would like to take a moment and share our gratitude for our county partners throughout a multitude of EMS and fire agencies that joined us in the response today. We also had 11 off-duty chief officers that came in on this response. So it was a tremendous response from the fire department. We transported 4 patients to St. Mary's.
So
we transported 3 patients to the University of Wisconsin hospitals.
So YouTube gave me a strike. Really? Wow.